Stop. Just stop scrolling. Right now. Right here. God is speaking to you and He is begging, not asking, not nudging, but begging you to open this message before 11 p.m. Do you feel it, that sudden pause inside your chest, that whisper, that isn't your own, that tug pulling you back, telling you this is different? That is God. That is heaven itself, waiting for your eyes to read these words. He says this moment is not ordinary. It is not casual. It is not something to be taken lightly. He says that what is about to unfold in your life cannot wait for the world, cannot wait for destiny, and cannot wait for the pieces of your past that tried to break you, over and over again. Not even those things. He says, I have been waiting for you to hear this. I have been waiting for your heart to be ready. Every hesitation, every doubt, every moment you turned away, I watched. Every tear, every whispered prayer in the dark, I was there. And now, the time is here. God says you are about to cry. Not from fear. Not from sorrow. Not from regret. But from truth, from release, from the sudden, overwhelming realization that everything you survived was leading you to this moment. Do you understand? He is not speaking lightly. He is speaking with a trembling urgency, because your life is shifting. And if you do not read this, if you scroll away, if you wait, if you hesitate, the window will close. This message, this divine intervention, will vanish in 45 seconds. God says this is different from every other message you've ever received. He says there are messages for comfort, messages for hope, messages for guidance. But this is an intervention. A divine interruption. A hand on your shoulder that will not be ignored. He says, stop everything. Listen. You cannot miss this. Not this time. For too long, you have carried burdens that were never yours, guilt that was never meant for you, pain that should have destroyed you but did not. God says now you will see why it all happened. Why you survived the betrayals, the losses, the quiet heartbreaks no one noticed. Why the nights you cried alone were exactly what your soul needed to prepare for this. He says he remembers every moment you whispered, God, please help me, even when your voice trembled too much to be heard. He remembers when you almost gave up on yourself. When you thought your life had no purpose left. And he says, that is why you are here now. That is why you are reading this. He says the timing is no accident. The hour, the minute, the second, it all matters. God is begging you because you were meant to see this before 11 p.m. in this exact stage of your life, when everything feels confusing, heavy, uncertain. He says this is the turning point. The moment your story changes. But you must decide to walk through it. To stay open. To stay aware. To let Him in. God says something spiritual is moving toward you, something life-changing, something good, something that will shift everything inside of you. But it requires your alignment, your readiness, your awareness. He says someone has been thinking about you quietly, secretly, lovingly without telling you. Someone has been praying for you. Someone has been holding your name like a treasure, afraid to speak it aloud. And God says, I am bringing you the revelation that was meant for you. The truth that will make you cry, finally understanding why everything happened the way it did. You were tested in silence. But the reward will not be silent. You were wounded in private. But the healing will be public. You were overlooked by people, but heaven never overlooked you. God says, you are standing at the doorway of a new beginning. And I am begging you to step through. Your soul has been prepared for this. You are chosen. Set apart. Spiritually marked. You feel deeply because your soul is extraordinary. Something divine is shifting around you. You will feel it in your chest, in your thoughts, in your energy. A stirring. A clarity. A sudden awareness that you are not alone. God says an angel has been assigned to your life for this new season. Protection, opportunities, revelations all arriving now, things you were never meant to see until this very moment. God says your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered. Your face remembered by someone who thought they forgot you. Your destiny awakened by signs you didn't even realize were signs. And yes, that pain you felt recently, the thing that broke you, it wasn't weakness. It was release. God says it was Him pulling you out of a spiritual cage you didn't even realize you were trapped in. The chains you felt, He was removing them. The heaviness you carried, He was cleansing your spirit, preparing you for what is next. He says this is the moment to stay open, stay attentive, because you will receive something that seems impossible, something miraculous, something you never believed you deserved. God says, you do deserve it. You always did. But He also warns you. Someone from your past may try to return. Pretend they have changed. God says, do not fall for it. Do not let anyone back in who drained your spirit, who betrayed your trust, who made you question your worth. I removed them for a reason. Do not reopen doors I closed for your protection. God says new love, new connections, new opportunities will enter your life, but only after you refuse to return to what broke you. He says your season of delay is over. The spiritual resistance that held you back is gone. Sudden changes are coming, unexpected money, unexpected opportunities, unexpected apologies, unexpected breakthroughs. Things you thought would take years will happen in days. What others had to fight for, you will receive as a gift. And God says, trust this. Believe this. Open your heart before 11 p.m. even if it's just a whisper of a prayer. Not long. Not perfect, just real. Just honest. Just open to me. The moment you do this, something shifts. Instantly. You will feel lighter. Protected. Seen. Guided. Surrounded by angels more attentive than you could imagine. He says the next chapter of your life has already begun. And He is begging you to step into it fully, fearlessly, with your heart open, because the life waiting for you is beyond anything you've imagined. But hurry, because if you wait too long, this message, this divine call will vanish in 45 seconds. Do you hear it, that small, insistent whisper inside your soul, that trembling voice that is not your own, that is God, speaking directly to you? And He is still begging, not asking, not suggesting, but begging you to open your heart before 11 p.m. He says, this is the moment you were born for. Every struggle, every sleepless night, every tear, every prayer you thought went unheard, all of it was leading to this. He reminds you that this is not a casual message, not a coincidence, not something meant to be ignored. Heaven has paused for you. The universe has hushed itself. Even time itself has stopped, just to ensure you hear this. God says the heaviness you feel, the tension, the unexplainable pain that seems to linger inside your chest, it is not punishment. It is preparation. Every betrayal that broke you, every loss that felt unbearable, every door that closed in your face, these were steps in a divine choreography, guiding you toward what you are about to receive. He says the tears you have cried alone were not in vain. The nights you felt abandoned were never forgotten. The moments when you whispered "I can't" were actually prayers disguised in doubt. And now, God says, the response is coming. The answer is arriving. and it will move faster than you imagined possible. He says something miraculous is approaching, something so powerful, so transformative, that it will make you question why you ever settled for less. But you must be ready. You must see it with spiritual eyes, feel it with spiritual heart, and accept it with spiritual courage. God says, I am about to reveal to you what has been hidden. I am about to lift the veil that has kept you from seeing your true destiny. You will understand why everything that tried to break you actually built you. You will realize that every moment of waiting, every second of fear, every ounce of pain was a preparation for this exact moment. He says angels have been stationed around you, unseen but vigilant. Each step you take has been guided. Each breath you draw has been accompanied by unseen forces. And now, everything is aligning. God says someone has been holding your name in their heart for years. Someone has been praying silently for your breakthrough. Someone has been carrying hope for you, even when you couldn't see it. And now, God says, you are about to witness the convergence of every prayer, every hope, every secret longing in your life. He says your destiny, your purpose, your very calling is awakening right now. And if you hesitate even for a moment, you risk missing the profound shift that has been orchestrated for you. God says, you are chosen. You are set apart. You are not like the others. Your soul is ancient, powerful, and destined for things that will astonish both heaven and earth. You feel deeply because you were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to feel, to experience, to witness the miraculous. And now, you are on the threshold. He reminds you of all the times you almost gave up. Of all the moments when the weight of the world seemed too heavy to bear. He says that weight was a training ground. Those moments were the forge in which your faith, your courage, your resilience were sharpened. And now, he says, it is time to receive what you were always meant to have. God says this is a divine reset. A transformation so profound, so immediate, that your heart will recognize it as a miracle. You will cry not from sadness, not from fear, but from the truth of your liberation. From the reality that all the pain, all the waiting, all the loss, all the struggle, it has led you here. He says, I am about to bring things into your life that will astonish you. Unexpected blessings. Unexpected love. Unexpected doors opening where you never thought they could. Unexpected revelations. And all of it has been orchestrated by heaven itself. But God also warns you. Not everyone who re-enters your life has pure intentions. Not everyone who smiles at you means well. He says, do not return to what once broke you. Do not allow old wounds to be reopened. I have removed people from your path for a reason. Trust me, trust this timing. Do not let anyone steal the blessings I am sending you. God says that the spiritual resistance that held you back is gone. The chains that bound you in the unseen are broken. What once seemed impossible is now inevitable. What once took years will now happen in days. What others had to fight for, you will receive as a gift. He says, you are about to see miracles that defy logic. Moments that will make your heart skip, your spirit soar, your soul remember why you were placed on this earth. I am with you. I have never left you. I have never stopped guiding you. And now, I am unleashing everything you were created to receive. God says the moments of despair, the silent prayers, the tears no one saw, all of it has prepared you for this revelation. He says, you will see that nothing was wasted. Everything was meaningful. Everything had a purpose. And that purpose was to bring you here to this exact hour, to this exact stage, to this exact message. He says angels are moving even now. One has been assigned specifically to guide you in the next chapter. Protection, guidance, opportunities, revelations all arriving at once. And the spiritual world is conspiring in your favor, moving faster than your mind can comprehend. God says, this is not just a message. This is an awakening. This is a summons. This is a declaration that your life is shifting. That your story is about to be rewritten. And you must step into it with open hands, open heart, and open faith. He says that the pain you have felt recently, the moments when your spirit seemed to break, were not punishments. They were releases. They were heaven removing the chains, clearing the path, preparing you for the blessings you cannot yet see. God says, you are about to experience joy that is overwhelming. You are about to receive clarity that is blinding. You are about to witness signs that leave no doubt that I am with you. And you will cry not from fear, but from the truth of your freedom. He warns again, hurry. This message will vanish in 45 seconds. Open your heart before 11 p.m. Pray, even if it is only a whisper. Say what you feel. Let me in. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. This is your moment. God says that the next chapter has already begun, but it requires your active participation. It requires your willingness to trust. To step into what you cannot yet fully see, but what heaven has already prepared. He says, you are not alone. You are surrounded by unseen forces. You are protected by angels. You are guided by wisdom beyond your comprehension. And you are loved beyond measure. The life you have dreamed of, the freedom you have longed for, the peace you have silently prayed for, it is all arriving. And it begins with you saying yes. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I am open. Yes, I trust. And now, God is begging again. Do not miss this. Do not wait another second. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open your spirit. The blessings are here. The revelations are here. The healing is here. The miracles are here. All I ask is for your yes. He says the timing is precise. The hour is sacred. The window is small. And this moment you are reading these words is a divine intersection where your past, present, and future collide. He says, what you have survived was never wasted. What you have endured was never in vain. What you have dreamed, hoped, prayed for, it is now moving toward you. And you will see that it is bigger, brighter, and more miraculous than anything you imagined. But you must receive it. You must believe it. You must open your heart before 11 p.m. God says, I am here. I am speaking to you. I am waiting. And I am begging you because I see what you cannot yet see. I see the blessings that are yours. I see the doors that are opening. I see the angels who are surrounding you. And I see the joy, the peace, the fulfillment, the destiny that is about to arrive. But you must accept it. You must open to it. You must receive it. Do you feel it, that sudden lightness, that gentle tug at your chest, that whisper that says, this is it, that is God. That is heaven. That is the moment your life begins to change. And He is begging you, before 11 p.m., before this message vanishes in 45 seconds, before the door closes. Do you feel it, that trembling inside your chest, that electric pulse in your thoughts, that sudden clarity that something enormous is about to happen? That is God, still speaking, still begging you to open your heart before 11 p.m., before this message disappears in 45 seconds. He says, you have waited long enough. You have suffered silently. You have carried burdens that were never yours, and now, I am setting you free. God says that what is coming cannot be contained by time, cannot be held back by fear, cannot be dimmed by doubt. The universe itself has paused, every star, every breath, every heartbeat, waiting for your attention. He says, this is the moment of alignment. This is the moment when heaven touches earth in your life. He reminds you that every tear you've shed in secret, every sleepless night, every prayer whispered in desperation, it was all recorded, all noticed, all valued. And now, those prayers, those tears, those nights of silent yearning, are transforming into blessings, revelations, and miracles beyond your comprehension. God says, you are about to cry not from sorrow, not from fear, but from the overwhelming release of what has been trapped inside your soul. The burden you thought would crush you, the weight you believed would break you, is now being lifted. He says angels are moving in ways you cannot see but will feel. One has been assigned specifically to guide you, to guard you, to bring opportunities, protection, and revelations that you were never meant to see until this exact moment. Every step you take will now be supported by divine energy, by invisible hands, by unseen forces working tirelessly for your good. God says someone has been thinking of you quietly, someone has been holding your name like a sacred secret, someone has been praying for your breakthrough. And now, their prayers are converging with yours. And now, your breakthrough begins. He says, you are not ordinary. You never were. You are set apart. You are chosen. You are spiritually marked. Your soul feels deeply because it was never meant for ordinary life. You are meant for the miraculous, the divine, the extraordinary. And I am unveiling it now. God says the pain you felt recently, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the loss, the moments when you thought your soul would shatter was not weakness. It was release. It was heaven removing chains, clearing your path, preparing you to receive the blessings that cannot coexist with old wounds. He says, you are about to experience sudden change. Unexpected opportunities, unexpected blessings, unexpected connections, unexpected love, unexpected miracles. What would have taken years for others will come to you in days. What others had to fight for, you will receive as a gift. God warns you, not everyone who reappears in your life is pure. Not everyone who smiles at you intends good. He says, do not return to what once broke you. Do not reopen doors I closed for your protection. Trust me, trust the timing. Trust the guidance. Do not fall for deception disguised as change. Walk only toward what uplifts you, protects you, and aligns with your destiny. He says your destiny is awakening. The signs you've ignored, the synchronicities you brushed off, the moments that seemed insignificant, they were all preparation. God says, everything was orchestrated to bring you here. Everything was meant to awaken your soul to the truth of your life's path. And now, you are ready to receive. He reminds you that your story is being rewritten. The next chapter is already in motion. Angels are stationed, opportunities are opening, miracles are aligning, and divine intervention is flowing like a river toward you. He says, all you must do is step forward, fully open, fully trusting, fully believing. God says this moment, this exact hour, is sacred. The timing is precise. He says, open your heart before 11 p.m. Pray. Even if it is just a whisper. Even if it is not perfect. Even if it feels too small. What matters is the sincerity of your heart. I will meet you there. He says the transformation you are about to experience will reach every part of your life, your spirit, your relationships, your opportunities, your health, your purpose. He says, you will look back and see that the trials, the heartbreaks, the loneliness, the setbacks, they were all necessary. They brought you here, to the doorway of your miraculous destiny. And now, you will step through. God says the weight you feel is lifting. The heaviness you carried is being replaced by light, joy, and clarity. The fear that gripped your heart is giving way to courage and faith. The doubt that clouded your mind is being cleared with truth and revelation. He says, your angels are with you. Your prayers are heard. Your life is being restored. Your future is being revealed. And every moment of pain you thought was wasted, every moment of fear you thought was too heavy, every tear you shed in silence, it was all a preparation for this miracle. He says, this is why you will cry when you hear these words. Not because of sorrow, but because of recognition. Recognition that you are loved beyond measure. Recognition that you were never alone. Recognition that everything you endured had a purpose. Recognition that your life is about to change in ways you cannot yet imagine. God says that a new season is here. A season of breakthroughs, a season of healing, a season of abundance, a season of protection, a season of clarity, a season of love, a season of divine fulfillment. And He is begging you to step into it fully, without hesitation, without fear, without looking back. He says, the world may not see it yet. People may not understand it. But heaven knows. And heaven is orchestrating it. Angels are moving. Opportunities are aligning. Blessings are arriving, miracles are unfolding. And you are at the center of it all. God says you are about to feel the first ripple of the transformation. You will sense it in your chest, in your mind, in your spirit. You will feel a lightness, a clarity, a renewed strength. And as this happens, He says, cry. Cry from the release. Cry from the truth. Cry from the recognition of your worth, your purpose, and your divine destiny. I am here. I have always been here. And now, your breakthrough begins. He says your prayers will now move faster than your doubts. Your faith will now pull miracles toward you. Your heart will now recognize divine alignment wherever it appears. He says, you are ready. You are chosen. You are blessed. You are divinely protected. And you are about to receive what you have always deserved. God says to hold nothing back. Open your heart fully. Receive fully. Step forward fully. He says, everything you have waited for, everything you have hoped for, everything you have prayed for, it is arriving now. And it begins with this moment, this prayer, this surrender, this yes. He repeats, do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not doubt. Open your heart before 11 p.m. even if it is just a whisper. Even if it feels too small. Even if it feels impossible. I am here. I am speaking. I am begging. I am waiting. And the blessings will not wait forever. God says your next chapter is already unfolding. Your miracles are already arriving. Your healing is already in motion. Your joy is already here. And the angels, the unseen helpers, the divine forces, are aligning in ways beyond your comprehension. He says, this is your moment. This is your awakening. This is your liberation. This is your transformation. And I am begging you to step fully into it before 11 p.m. before this message disappears in 45 seconds, before the window closes. God says, I see you. I know you. I love you. I am with you. And everything you have endured, everything you have prayed for, everything you have hoped for, everything you have dreamed of, it is all about to converge and arrive. But you must receive it. You must open your heart. You must say yes. And now, he says, cry. Cry from the release. Cry from the recognition. Cry from the truth. Cry from the joy of knowing that everything you survived was preparing you for this moment. And when you do, you will feel the miraculous shift. You will see the blessings. You will feel the protection. You will know, finally, that you are never alone. You are never forsaken. And your life has always been destined for this.